Hello everybody, welcome back to my SnowRunner playthrough. Just heading into Island Lake with the White Western Star. And I didn't bring a trailer with me because in doing a bit of forward planning and reconnaissance, I realised something that other people probably knew from playing this more than me. But basically, it seems like the materials that you need for quite a few of the missions on this map, those materials are right here on the map. Probably should move that out of the way, maybe just push it a little bit. Yeah, I didn't really want to push it that much, but just going to nudge it out of the way and then refill from it. So yeah, I don't know about timber, but certainly I've abused that. Let's fill up a little bit. I've just driven this down basically from where I left it at the last episode. So the task that we're going to do first is restoring the rest of restoring the lumberyard. We brought some service parts down in the last episode, but one I think. And while I was doing my sort of research of what to do as the best use of my time, I noticed on the map that there are several low saddle semi-trailers with the right materials for the thing we need to do, for the activity we need to do. So I'm driving to pick one of those up now. That trailer ahead of us, and this vehicle is the one that's outfitted to carry that type of trailer, or tow that type of trailer. This trailer ahead of us has 2 concrete blocks and a metal beam. Bit of clipping to get hooked up to it, but that's us attached, and that happens to be what is required to complete the lumber mill revival. And then on other parts of the map, up here there's a trailer with 2 metal beams, and down here there's another one with 1 metal beam, and the broken power lines task requires 3 metal beams. So pretty much this map gives you what you require to finish the main tasks. And depending on the sequence you do things, if I'd have done this first, it would have also given us the lumber. Let's just check the best way out of here. And it probably is to hang a right and go out onto the main road route. So yeah, I haven't been very efficient, basically. I don't think, doing this the way I did, but I will improve as we go forward. I'll do more research off camera and work out exactly what the best approach is. Quite noisy cargo. It does mean that there are 3 of these trailers that we'll manipulate in this episode, and we don't need them, so I'll be dumping trailers unceremoniously in out of the way locations. This first one probably revived the lumber mill, and then just leave this trailer there in the lumber mill somewhere. I'm glad I checked in detail though, because I had been planning, as I mentioned in the previous episode, to bring the fleet star down and ferry these metal beams in from Smithfield Dam via Drummond Island, and would have obviously taken quite a lot longer to do that. Don't like that much. Gently back away, and then try and take a better line around that corner. No, I don't like that at all. No harm, no foul, so far. It's just skating along. It's quite funny. There's a physics issue there, because it certainly wouldn't do that. I don't think. It's as if it's riding on a metal bar bridge. But anyway. Right, cargo, 1, 2, and 3. Done. Lumber mill revival done. And then I will leave this trailer tucked into that corner there, hopefully. Almost good enough. Right, so that's that one, and that's that task done. Handbrake, engine off. Let's just have a double check what's next. So there is a single metal beam here, which, if I activate the correct task, that single metal beam might as well use it for this one, which is closest-ish. So I'll grab that trailer and bring it over here and then just drop it off after I've used it. I'll drop it off on the side of the road somewhere. Maybe. And then go and get this one. So that's just past our fuel carrier. I know where that is then. So this trailer is facing the wrong way, which is interesting. So what did they do? Place it in there and then plant trees? It's a bit unfriendly, isn't it? I can probably hook up to it this way and just maneuver it out, but it's a bit of a funny way to park it. I can force my way underneath it. Oh, wow. I kind of did that deliberately because I saw it starting to go. So I attached it to stop it going. But that could have been a disaster. That could have flung me all over the place. Question is now, can I get it out? It's a pretty unorthodox way of doing it, I'm sure. I've seen other people's YouTube videos back in the day when this was new, where they've hooked up to trailers in slightly suspect situations like that, and literally had the trailer or the truck flung over houses and over trees. It's been quite funny to watch, and I think that possibly could have happened to me there. I got a bit lucky to get away with that. Let's grab some fuel from this trailer. And engine up while I make sure I know where I'm going. So it's basically along this road, and I'm going to take it around here to this fallen pole. Yeah. That'll do me. Feels good, getting stuff done. Got gone the wrong way then. Couldn't work out why the waypoint was behind me, but it was from when it was left over from going into the lumber mill. So I've received, I mentioned several episodes now ago, I mentioned that I have a Logitech G29 steering wheel and pedal set, and that I had ordered the gear shifter to go with that. I received that a few days ago, and I'm still driving mouse and keyboard, and the simple reason is that I can't make it work properly. I gather in the early days this game didn't support wheels, and if you got them working it was through doing keybind mappings outside of the game to try and sort of fake making it work, or get it to work through some kind of external out of game setup. Supposedly now it is supported in the game, but I still can't get it working properly. So it's not something that I've put time into. I keep procrastinating about it. I haven't put the effort into trying to work out why it doesn't work, but it's quite strange because it's like there's no mappings for the gears, even though I select G29 plus gear option in the menu. That's that one. So we got to find a home for this trailer and turn around because we need to be going the other way. So I may see if that piece of road looks like unofficial lay-by that I can use as a trailer park, so that I'm not leaving it on the road, but I'm leaving it where I can get back to it if I ever need it. So yeah, at the moment I need to spend the time trying to work out how to get the keyboard, the steering wheel, shifter and pedal working properly for this game. Right, I'm going to leave this trailer here, and then I'm going to turn around and head back the other way. So I got to work out how to get back. I think I'll just turn around, it's easier. So I'm going to be coming back here, along to here, and probably pick up the huntsman's car as I'm driving past it anyway. So yeah, leave this trailer here and turn around. So just down this road, we'll have to be careful not to run over it. We previously unceremoniously left a International Scout 800 just laying on the side of the road. We dragged it out of the swamp and then just left it because we went on to do other things. And the drop off for it is quite close to where we need to go to pick up the next trailer. So we'll grab the Scout as we're going past and hand that one in. Two birds, one stone. select that task so that we know it'll hand in properly. Things like not realising that trailers on this map had some of the materials I needed. That's one of the kind of effects of me intentionally not spending a lot of time looking at other people's Let's Plays before doing it. I usually, if I get interested in a game, I usually avoid spoilers by avoiding watching too much. And I know that's quite a funny thing to say given that I'm recording my content. But yeah, I try to... I like watching other people play the game, but I tend to wait. I'll probably watch other people's Michigan Let's Play, for example. After I finish my Michigan and move on to Alaska, I'll watch other people and see how they did it. But of course, if I'd have watched that beforehand, I would have learned a fair bit about what I was meant to be doing here. I like to work stuff out for myself, even if it means I get it a bit less efficient than it could be. So map. We need to make sure I got the correct task set. Power lines, tracking. So we've delivered one of the three. We've got to deliver one quite close to here. Not sure if that's a place I'll be able to turn around and come back, because it's basically out to there and then turn it around and come back and do one here. Yeah, let's see how that goes. We may have to, if there's no space to turn around without falling into the swamp, we may have to go down to this little camp, turn around there and come back. Right, so one more to do. Doesn't seem like a terribly sensible way to have done it, but it's a game and it worked. Apparently this is a meme in this games community anyway, but somebody in a comment described it in a way that I quite like. This about, I think it was something along the lines of the slowest game that I can't stop playing. It sums it up so well, because this is snail's pace, right? We're crawling along here, and there's something relaxing about it. It has its moments of high adrenaline, high pressure, frustration, etc. But in general, it's quite weird that a game where the pace is so slow and plodding is so much fun to play. And I'm more keen than ever because it feels like we're closing in on Alaska. I know there's still a fair bit of work to do, but it feels like we're getting to the point that it's not that many episodes. We're way over halfway through the Michigan content, and a bit of careful planning to make the most efficient use of our time, and we'll be in Alaska before you know it. And in terms of recording these videos, I feel like I've come a long way in terms of I've learned a lot about editing. I've still got a lot more to learn. I've learned a lot about being comfortable talking while I'm playing, and again, still got more to learn. If you ever believe that you've stopped learning, then you're heading in the wrong direction in life. Personally, learning is good. So there we go. That's another decent chunk of money. Look, our money's getting up quite high now. We could easily go and buy another truck. There's several that I would quite like to buy as well, but I'm going to wait until I get to Alaska and find out what I need, because I'm pretty sure I can finish Michigan with what I've got. And then the only thing we're really missing is an off-road class. We've got a couple of heavies and a scout. Yeah, we're missing it. We're missing something that's a good, solid off-road truck rather than pickup. What's next? So it'd be nice to try and get this fallen antenna out, which is basically pick up a cargo container and take it. But I don't know that I want to do that now. What else have I got? Now that we've finished those two, that's unlocked instruments of development. So I'll accept it anyway. But that's interesting because that's the 3 drilling sites that we opened up the bridges for. As expected when we were there a few episodes ago, they have a loading zone and you have to take out 3 containers of drilling equipment and deliver all 3 containers down here. And if I remember rightly, those were 4-slot cargo, which is why I left that ramped flatbed there. But I would probably just do it in the Fleet Star with one of the trailers that's attached. So I think looking at the time, actually, because I'd quite like to do that all in one go. 1, 2, 3, bish, 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 done. So I think looking at the time that's left in my recording session now, I'm going to have a look at that fallen antenna and see just how hard that cargo container is to get. So that would be this one. And I'm going to see if I can just pick that up and get that side task out of the way. Seeing as though we're kind of next to it anyway. I can see the loading zone and I can see that it's a ways off the road, but I can't see an actual container to pick up with a crane. So I do wonder if it's a auto load only option, and if that's the case, whether or not this vehicle is the right option for it. See how close this road gets to it though. Something with a flatbed on the vehicle might be easier for picking this up. I don't know. Let's just go in and see, because that's a bit of solid ground. There's no loading bay. There's no sign of a thing. So that's giving me, and it is only a 2 slot. So you have to pay to auto load, but it doesn't look like there's any other choice. There's no option there for me to put it on any kind of a loading bay and crane it. So auto load just the one. Don't want to buy 2 of them. I'll just double check that the task only requires the one. Yeah, so the task says 1 cargo container delivered here. Let's do that. So back her up onto the road along this way and up here. Yeah. I'm only doing this with this vehicle because I'm here in this vehicle at this time. It probably would make more sense to do this in something like the Fleet Star that's just got a 2-slot cargo bed on it, rather than dragging this huge trailer all the way up into that mountain. Jump in the cab so that I can look at my fuel gauge. Just over half a tank. I like that. That's a cool feature. To be able to see the fuel gauge on the dashboard of the vehicle and have it be relatively accurate is cool. Alright, heading up into the hills. I'm hoping that this road is usable by this sized rig. Should be. We've only been through this in the Scout before, we've never been up here with a big truck. There's not going to be any reason for me to bring this trailer out of here, because we've got another 2 of these same types of trailer, both empty, both parked on this map. So once we've done this delivery, we'll just leave the trailer here and head out with the truck. Right, so that's that side task finished. Which makes this quite a productive episode, because we've got 2 main contracts finished. Lumber mill and power lines. One of the 2 side tasks, the car recovery and this one. And then our next activity is instruments of development, which will be the next episode. But the next, and what I would like to do is get all 3 of those. It's 3 separate trips because they're 4 cargo slots each. So I don't have anything that could carry 8 slots. Although there are 8 slot trailers, I'm not buying one for this. So yeah, 3 separate trips with this rig that we're in now. Seems pretty doable. I may keep this trailer on thinking about it because the first pickup is quite close. So I may turn it around and take it out because it wasn't too hard getting it in here. And yeah, that's all for next episode. So got stuff done. Not the most exciting. Didn't tip anything over, which is always a plus for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.